Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Kathie J Show. How are you today? I'm Kathie J. Thank you for hanging out with us. I just love getting to spend this half hour with you. Anytime, actually, that I get to hang out with you is cool for me. So thank you for allowing me to hang out with you. So I got to send some extra love to everybody who's out there going to my YouTube channel. You've subscribed to it. Thank you very much. Kathie J is the YouTube channel, and KathieJShow.com is where you can find all of our past episodes. Now, it would make me really, really, really happy if you could subscribe to that YouTube channel so Mama can start making some money off of it. That's what it's about. Because isn't money happiness? Nah, I don't know. Okay, so today's show is talking about happiness, everybody. Maybe you're happy right now. That's great. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm happy. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there right now who are not happy, could care less about finding happiness. That's who we're talking to. So I asked emotional healing coach Rebecca Silence to come back. Actually, you volunteered for this one. This one's on you.
I did. Hi. Hello, everyone. So glad to be here. It's an important conversation.
It is an important conversation. So let's start out with, you look fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. So do you.
Feeling the summer vibes, yes.
That's right.
It's a good day. So I want people to be able to feel what happiness is. So well, let's start with, what is happiness?
Yeah, well, I actually would like to start with what it isn't.
Okay.
Because I think that's important. Toxic positivity, not happiness.
Okay.
Right? Pretending to be okay when we're not, or trying to get to this place where we think good enough is good enough.
I'm fine.
Isn't happiness, right? And then what I want everybody to know is happiness is whatever it means to you.
Yeah, but happiness, it would be me succeeding, and right now my job isn't allowing that, or me having a successful relationship, and right now my husband or my wife isn't allowing that. Happiness may be something to you, but you ain't there.
And you might not know what it is. But I just want everyone to understand it will be unique to you. And then we have to find out what that is. But again, it's not ever anything external. Like, you're not going to be happy when.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not going to be happy when you win the Powerball. I bet you I would be
dress
happy.
size.
I bet you Mary'd be happy. I bet you'd be happy if you won the Powerball.
Statistically, how many people that win the lottery lose it all?
I know.
Because it didn't frickin' do the job.
I know.
Right?
I watch those.
Right?
Lottery ruined my life.
It's a real stat, right?
It is a real stat.
So we
for
think
a reason.
it's the money,
it's the
or
answer.
it's the sex, or
right.
it's the relationship,
yes.
or it's the promotion at
it
work.
It could be the sex.
Or your kid going to college.
Yes.
But those are fleeting moments. So having an experience of satisfaction in a moment is not the same as sustainable happiness. And happiness, to me, just to boil it down, it's freedom. It's my ability to be who I am in the face of anything. It's my ability to know who I am in the face of anything, and to know I'm equipped and capable of leading my life through anything.
So when you're happy, you're more centered.
Free. You're free.
Okay.
You're free. So many people aren't free. That's why they're anxious. That's why they're depressed. They are being held hostage.
I know.
And they're haunted by fear, and it blocks happiness.
But what about the people out there that say, I don't want to be happy and I'm okay with not being happy. This is my life. Stay out of me, happy person.
Good luck to you.
Does it help them? Will it hurt their health? Does something happen in our brain?
The thing. When you're happy, meaning you don't need life to be different than it is.
Okay.
Because you know who you are, and you know what you're creating, and you know what you want for your life.
Okay.
My basic point is, we all deserve to get the most out of our lives.
Right.
Right? And if you're happy, it means you know you're in the pursuit of that.
And
that calms your nervous system down. And that has you much physically healthier, mentally healthier, emotionally healthier.
Yeah, and that's the way you're
right?
free.
You're gonna sleep better.
Yeah.
You're gonna take better care of your nutrition when you're happy. I mean, how often, again, statistically, when someone's in a new relationship, do they start to lose weight?
Oh, yeah, no.
Start to pop,
you see
right?
the representative of a person. Hang on, Rebecca. You're absolutely right. We get happy in the beginning because it's okay. So when we come back, we'll find out more about this happiness thing. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on. Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. We're totally throwing different examples of happiness at Rebecca to see if any of them are going to work. Today is all about finding your happiness. I promise it's possible. This is emotional healing coach Rebecca Silence. Yay!
Hi, everyone.
RebeccaSilence.com is where you can find her. She has an online class that she's starting that's amazing. It's the say the name of it.
The Emotional Survival Kit.
We all need that.
Right? We have first aid kits, wilderness kits. What about for the moments of anxiety, depression, when we emotionally don't know how to regulate ourselves?
Exactly. So that's on
Yeah.
RebeccaSilence.com. We'll
Yeah.
talk more about that coming up. So let's get into the happiness a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was asking you about the people that don't care about being happy. Like they're just like, I'm
Yeah.
okay in this rut. This is normal
Yeah.
for me. This is where I live.
Right, and I think there's two things going on. Some people genuinely feel more powerful holding on
Yes.
to their upset.
Yes, like they wear it. My family members wear it as a badge almost. That I'm allowed to be angry. Let me be
Right.
angry. I don't care that you want inclusion. This is where I stand. Like they think that that's okay.
Well, and it's normal, so it's supported. But the other thing that can happen is people just get afraid to hope.
Yes.
Right? People get afraid to hope. It can't really be better for me. We think happiness is this fantasy. Like, yeah, right.
Or I'll get it when we get the money, or when I get that job, or when I move here.
Right. And
right.
I think back to the last block, when we're in a new relationship or a new job and we feel so much better, it's likely we're just being more authentically who we are, but we thought it was the new job or we thought it was the new relationship, but really you're just being freely who you are.
No, that's not true. We are fake with people when we first meet them. We show the representative of who we are in the first year that we date. We don't fart in front of people on the first date.
Here's the thing though, Kathie.
What?
I also think after years and decades of working with so many couples,
Right.
there is an element of best behavior. That's
Agreed.
what you're talking
Yes,
about.
right.
But what I'm saying is we're also more relaxed and expecting to enjoy.
Okay.
And being more of maybe who we want to be. So there's this, yes, okay, here's my representative.
Yeah, right.
But just consider as you're representing yourself as your representative,
Uh-huh.
you're also showing up a way you want
Yes,
to be
you
that
are.
you don't know how to be consistently.
Right, exactly, right.
So happiness is sustainable. It's a consistent practice of you being true to you.
Okay.
And when people are unhappy, guaranteed, there's some place they're self-betraying. There's some place they're not really being true to who they are.
You had a guy come in who thought that he'd been true, he'd settled peace in his life, in his past.
Yeah.
And he came in like this.
Yeah.
Even that showed you there was something going on that he hadn't dealt with in his life.
Right. I recently did a couples intensive
Awesome.
and the couple's gorgeous and they were pretty happy already, but something was missing.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to listen up in this conversation. If something's missing, you might be successful. You might be proud of a lot of what you've
You're happy with your
accomplished.
kids. You're happy with your
Right.
relationship.
You-
It's just you still something doesn't feel
You
right.
do a good job at work. You
Okay.
take care of yourself.
Is it a
Right.
boring feeling that you have?
No, it's you haven't fully come alive as the best of you yet.
It's that
right?
you haven't felt that full freedom yet.
Right. So
okay.
this gentleman in this couples intensive said to me at the end, I've never felt freer. This is the best gift I ever gave myself because he just got to see where he was doing what he was supposed to be. He literally said to me, well, commitment means you have to meet commitments you don't want to do.
Yeah, right. That's commitment.
Right? Well, what a terrible definition and way to live, right?
That's how we all live, though.
So how can you be happy if you're meeting obligations that you don't want to do? Right? I have a personal practice.
You're right, but that's why you got to do what you love for your job, because then. But okay, when we come back, Rebecca's going to talk to us more about about the happiness.
I'm just saying you get to find
Kathie J.
Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. Are you happy? Did it make
Come
you
on,
happy?
get happy.
Everybody, we are talking about being happy today because we could use a little more of it in this world. This is Rebecca Silence, our emotional healing coach, helping us find our own happiness.
Yes.
It's something that we all have, and we all think, let's go over it again. We all think that it's something we can obtain, whether
Yeah.
it's we pour ourselves into our children, our husband, our wife, or whatever it is, our job, something, or I'm going to eat the ice cream.
Right.
You know, happiness comes in a lot of forms for all of us.
Well, it does, but not in the way that we think.
Okay.
Because it's never the situation or the external factor that brings you happiness. It's you living as you, honestly, without betraying yourself, that will make you happy. We walk around thinking happiness isn't real.
Yes.
We walk around thinking that my partner, my relationship is supposed to make me happy. And it's just not real. Your relationship can help you get more authentic.
Right.
And that's what will make you happy. When you can stand in your truth, when you can know who you are, and when you can trust yourself, you can be happy. And that includes in a moment where you're also upset.
Right. All right. So when we are not finding our inner happiness, when we're looking for
Yes.
everything external, even volunteering, you said, it is nice,
I'm
but
saying-
it's not the way that you find, it's not your inner happiness.
I'm saying be careful about trying to help thinking that will make you happy.
Okay.
Help because you want to from a place where you're already happy.
Gotcha.
And you are a light that lights up the world.
So when you come across people that are not happy,
Yeah.
okay, they can still technically, it's okay to still be happy, but have other emotions happening, right?
Well, and ultimately, that's my personal definition of happiness. I can be angry, I can be sad, I can be in fear, I can be joyful, excited, in any of those emotions. And when I'm fully willing to be there without resistance, I'm happy. And then I'm living how I want to live.
So when you're going through something fearful or change or anything,
Yes.
if you are yourself and you're there, then you're happy going through
I am
this horrible
happy
change?
with who I am.
Okay. So then it's not as much of a challenge. You don't see
Right.
it the way
I
that
can
out
be
of fear.
in a grocery store and cry when I need to cry. I can be going live on my shows and cry or laugh
Yes.
or like I'm not afraid to be fully expressed.
I agree.
And that's really what people don't know is available to them. Full self-expression that's genuine.
Yeah.
Right?
But there's some people they don't feel the need to cry in a grocery store. That's not going to make them happy being that in touch with their emotions.
It isn't about what makes you happy. It's about being happy with who you are. That's the little secret magic sauce.
Okay. Now, I think a lot of us are happy a lot of times, but we don't show it because a lot of people around us are not.
There's that too. People dim it down, people dumb
Yeah.
it down
Yeah.
all the time.
Exactly.
And it's killing your spirit. So think about it like this. Is your spirit liking who you are and how you're living?
Right.
Just start with that, right? Like that's what's one thing you can do today to live into something you want just because you want to be the person that pursued that,
Yep.
not because you think it's going to get you feeling how you want to feel.
Gotcha. Right. You did it because something in you said, "I love doing that. I'm going to go hang out
Right.
by the river."
I'm
again."
going to go volunteer because that's who I want to be.
Yes.
Is different than I'm going to go volunteer so I can fill a void in me and have this make me feel better.
What about the people? Because this happens to me. Because normally I'm just by nature a happy person. Thank
Yeah,
goodness, right?
yeah.
But when days when I'm not happy, I'll find myself going, "I'm good. I'm good." You know, like I just push right through it because I don't need to slow everybody down with when I'm having a bad day or what happened. But you don't believe that really we should be faking it like that.
Well, especially not with our kids.
Okay.
Because they can feel the energy and it can get confusing.
Right.
I had a client once come in telling me that she had been crying and her daughter said, "Mommy, are you okay?" And she said, "Yes, I'm great." And I said, "You are confusing your child on a level."
But we were taught to say that.
I
I'm
know.
fine. Mommy's fine, baby. It's okay. Everything's
She's not
right.
doing anything
Got something in my
wrong.
eye. Right.
She's doing what she learned, but then that passes that same message
So
on.
what do I tell her when I'm crying?
I am feeling my feelings and I'm going to be okay.
Mama's caught in her feelings.
Right?
You got it right.
Like, and it's okay to feel our feelings. I'm just feeling my feelings right now.
Okay.
And the thing is, yes, we've been taught all this. Yes, society is afraid to hope. Society fills our unhappiness with all kinds of crazy.
instant gratification
right, that
instead of-
perpetuates our
Yes, for
unhappiness.
sure.
So it can start now with you getting honest about it's my right to get the most out of my life.
Yes.
It's my right to find out and become who I really am in this one lifetime.
Right.
It is my right to break the patterns. It is my right to create an example of possibility for my kids and for my family and my community that I am proud of, even if they don't get it yet.
Yes.
I can go first.
So it starts with trusting yourself?
It starts with knowing it's your right to be happy and trusting that you can be who you want to be, even if the world doesn't understand it.
That's the hardest thing for people.
And it's the ticket to freedom.
But that's what we all try to keep. We hold
Yeah.
each other back if we see somebody getting stronger, getting better.
Oh yeah, and we think
immediately
it's
start
love.
right. We
think
immediately
it's
start
love.
pulling them down.
When I started my business, my family was like, well, you know, let's not get too far ahead of yourself here, right? And I'm like, I know you're trying to love me,
Right.
but this is what's right for me. So bottom line, find what's right for you.
Right.
And one baby step at a time. You don't have to overwhelm
Oh
yourself.
no, we are all going to baby step today. One thing, everybody. That's what we're
Right.
putting the challenge out. Today you got to find one thing that you do that just you love.
For you.
For you.
One thing that you're doing because it's who you want to be.
And it won't be my Slurpee.
All right.
No, it won't be, because that's not going to bring me happiness in the long run, right? So it's
But if
gonna
you
be,
want to be a person that doesn't worry about calories today,
Yeah.
freaking go for it.
Right.
But don't think about what you need to do to get happy.
Okay.
Think about, who do I want to be today?
Right.
What's the example of who I am
But
that
that's
I
not
can
being
be proud of?
selfish?
It is being selfish, and thank God. So here's what I mean, okay?
Stop right there. We're going to come back and talk about this one. We'll be right back.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. I hope you're finding your happiness and learning how to today. This is Rebecca Silence, our emotional healing coach. Yeah. All right, Rebecca, when we went to commercial break, I said doing those things makes you selfish, and
Yeah.
you said go for it.
I said, thank God. Because here's the thing, it's your life. There's not a right way, there's not a wrong way to live it. There's what works for you.
Okay.
And the bottom line here is, you will be happier when you live in a way that works for you.
Agreed.
When you don't tolerate, do things out of obligation, harbor resentment, and hold back and hide the you really are from your life, from
I
your
know.
family and friends.
Easier said than done, but we can all go through each compartment of our life and try to attack it a little at a
Just
time.
start getting willing to get more honest. Start knowing that even when you're upset, you're allowed to feel how you feel and be in your truth. And it's just that acknowledging of how you feel and what your truth is
Yes.
that starts to free you up.
So freeing you up, a lot of people that we're going for a goal that we know when we get there it'll make us happy. What happens when we get to that goal and it didn't make us happy like we thought?
Well, we go for the goal so that we take control over our lives again.
Okay.
Not so it can make us happy.
Yes.
And then we get to enjoy it later because we were the person
We proved
that
to
was
ourselves
persistent
that's
and
right.
committed and crossed the finish line.
That would
But
be-
don't think the goal is going to make you happy. Know that you pursuing the goal is you being honest about how you want to live, and that's why you got happy.
Yeah, okay,
And
absolutely.
all of the need for approval, need for validation, need to not be too much, proving to yourself that you aren't enough, all that is just crap
Yeah.
that you can leave in your dust. And if this pandemic didn't teach us anything, it's time to live. We say it's time to heal, but I think it's time to live your way. And when people are cruel to you or rejecting you or trying to get you to settle that down,
Yes, right.
thank you, you're not a good part of my life.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a relationship that honors and respects me.
Right.
But you honoring and respecting you.
Right.
That's the beginning.
Because you'll end up finding the crew that digs you, that likes you
Right,
just the way
because
you
like
are. that
attracts.
You just have to keep moving because the people and your purpose are out there.
And keep the door open. Don't have the door blocked by all these people that you're basically adapting down to hold on to.
Okay.
Adapt up and see who comes to.
Got you. So when you get to that goal, if it didn't make you happy, you got somewhere.
Well, and
you
then
did something.
Pick something different.
All
It's all
right.
trial and error.
All right, that's exactly.
Right?
That's
So,
good.
Right. Journal about what you think is important to you now. What matters to you now? What do you want to pursue now?
Mm-hmm.
And who do you want to be?
Is journaling one of your hacks that you think is
Journaling
recommended?
is a practice that
Okay.
I highly recommend. But my 2 hacks simply that I want you to focus on are, number 1, know you get to be happy. And it is a beingness. It's a state of being. It's not because of what you did.
Right.
And then just give up struggle. like struggle doesn't do anybody any good, and it models this is the way it is
But
to
we're
everybody
so caught
we
in the
see.
struggle every day.
I
That's
know.
all we know is the
But
struggle.
you can decide struggle isn't good enough for you anymore. We don't know how much time we have. So can we please enjoy the lives we have now? Can we please learn how to love and appreciate and honor who we are? Because we're all amazing.
Amen. We are all amazing. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, one last question before we talk about your online course.
Yeah.
What if people, like you said, you know, an older lady who's like, I'm so happy now I'm scared because everything is good in my life.
Right.
There is a
right.
nervousness when everything's happy.
So, and I had that for a long time. This fear of getting too happy
Yes.
because then I'll die, right?
Right,
because
right. It's all over with.
Why would I be allowed to keep living if I'm
Right.
finally happy and free? But the thing is, I have decided I'm going to be happy because why else? What else is there?
Yes.
And we don't know. I do so much. Every day is a day that I'm living exactly how I want to live.
So keep living, everybody.
Because one day the clock runs out. We don't know when it is.
So Rebecca has her online course, everybody. So
Yeah.
you can, right now, RebeccaSilence.com. Excuse me.
Yes.
The course is called.
The Emotional Survival Kit. It's less than 3 hours of your life. It's self-paced. It's amazing. Go take it.
Go take it. RebeccaSilence.com. I love you.